Welcome to season 2 of the Fit to Love podcast show. Hello and welcome to Fit to Love Tasty Tuesdays. All about cooking, all about nutrition, and all about you. Enjoy the show. Today's show brought to you by Fit to Love, how to get physically, emotionally, and spiritually fit to attract the love of your life. Visit fittolove.tv/ebook to download your copy today. Today's show, coconut flax meal pancakes. I'm excited for pancakes. Now, I have to say this recipe is not paleo, but it's sure nutritious for gluten-free and dairy-free pancakes. So it is dairy-free, it is gluten-free, not paleo, but it's a pancake. And Meg, tell us the story of how you created this.
Yes, well, it was a late night pancake craving. It was one of those moments where it was like, must have pancakes. And so I went into my cupboard, and as I often do, I just created a recipe out of what I had. Yeah. So this is what you guys get to try now. This is really good. It's one of my favorites. So I'm excited. It's a simple dump and stir like most pancake recipes are. So we've got flax meal. We started with a cup of brown rice flour. I use organic. It's right here, Bob's Red Mill. Yep. I like that stuff. Very good. Actually, this is also, the flax meal is also Bob's Red Mill.
Great.
So, and this is a quarter cup of this.
Great.
And here comes the coconut. Now this needs to be shredded and unsweetened. And this, of course, is organic. So, and that's, what, a third cup of shredded coconut. And then we need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That was a bad way to grab. Okay. Aluminum-free baking powder. Always aluminum-free. I think all of it is now. I'm not quite sure now. Just to comment on why aluminum-free is so important. Aluminum has been found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients at very high concentrations. So get it out of the diet. You don't want to consume it.
Get it off your skin too, and out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
exactly.
mercury, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got that going, and let's see. Oh, we need a little bit of xanthan gum. Xanthan gum is a binder. We're going to just put a tiny bit, I'd say like a quarter teaspoon, because it binds things so well. And actually you don't really need it so much in this recipe because of the fiber from the flax meal, which flax meal also has omega-3 fatty acids in it, as do the eggs. We're going to be adding those in just a moment. So always mix your dry ingredients when you're doing anything gluten-free. Because you want to get the xanthan gum, this will get clumped up and really gross, and so will this, so we don't want to do that.
Does this make it fluffy?
It does, actually.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay, so.
xanthan gum binds it, thickens it, and then also gives it the fluffy factor.
Good.
So, good. Absolutely. So the next thing we're going to do is add in the wet ingredients. So we can just dump those in. We don't have to do them in any particular order. We have 2 eggs. A quarter cup of extra virgin olive oil. We have 2 teaspoons of honey. I got this organic honey. I like to use one that's not so thick.
Because, so that it blends better?
It blends better with the recipe, yeah.
Right. And in terms of the olive oil, because I know when I saw this on the table for this recipe, I thought, olive oil in my pancakes. Could I be using butter, ghee, or coconut oil?
Yes.
Okay.
You could be. Yeah. And the thing is, with olive oil in gluten-free cooking or some kind of oil, it really helps a lot with the moisture balance in the recipe.
Okay.
So that's why we use it.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have a cup and a half of almond milk. I'm left-handed. I can't put this in the camera.
Almond milk, which of course you can substitute out, as we know, with your homemade almond milk from season 1.
Exactly. So, and as I mentioned on a previous video, I get this particular brand because 1, it's organic, and 2, it doesn't have any carrageenan in it, which has been linked with bowel cancer. So we don't want to take out the preservatives as much as possible. It's actually a thickener, which does help preserve it so it doesn't separate. which is the whole idea. So let's see, we've got everything in here. We've got the honey, makes it a little bit sweet. All good stuff going. So I recommend just using a whisk. Versus, we could get out the mixer and all of that, but with pancakes.
Well, I think a mixer would be like for a large recipe. And while I support the eating of these pancakes, I would say if you're making that many, maybe we want to take a step back from all starch for a little while because it's not going to last in your refrigerator forever. I mean, it might last a little while, but let's not make a KitchenAid amount of pancakes unless you're serving like 30 people.
Exactly. Okay, so we got that together there. It's
gorgeous.
It's kind of thick, and it's going to thicken up a little bit more because we've got the fiber in there from the flax meal. So we're going to set this aside.
And then take it to the stove.
Take it to the stove. Actually, we're not going to set it. We're going to take it to the stove.
We're taking it to the stove. All right, we're taking our gluten-free, dairy-free pancake mix to the stove. Meg.
So yes. These are the gluten-free flax meal coconut pancakes.
These were the I'm Meg and I'm having a pancake craving. What can I create?
Yes, very late at night.
Yes.
Exactly.
Sometimes the best recipes come from that yearning for something and wanting to substitute, right?
Right, yeah. Right. And you got to have it right then, and then whatever's in the house, you just sort of have your own little episode of Chopped. Healthy Chopped.
Healthy Chopped.
Gluten-free,
dairy-free Chopped, right?
So, all right. So we've got the Nutella buttery spread going on here. Okay.
Go ahead and use your finger. I know it's clean.
There we go.
And we're eating it here.
Yes, we are. Okay. And here's the batter.
So we're using the organic pan,
Yes.
which is made of ceramic, much better for you, and we highly recommend.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Now, are you a fan of, obviously, multiple pancakes in a pan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And especially with gluten-free because it doesn't flip as easily as wheat pancakes because wheat have the gluten in it, and gluten really helps to bind the pancake and give it the fluff, it just sponges it together basically.
See, I would probably put it all in the pan and it would be like one giant pancake. So to me, I can also use some of the longer pancake, the griddle because, I'm not a trained chef like you, so therefore I want to make sure they come out pretty. However, pretty is not the most important thing, especially on things like crepes and pancakes, right? When you can add fruit and cinnamon and coconut cream on it and honey and then make it look lovely and yummy. It just matters, it has to taste good.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about toppings. What would you put on these pancakes?
You could use, of course, maple syrup, one of my favorite things. You can use honey, some cinnamon, powdered sugar, which I don't like to talk about, but a lot of people love it. Fruit, of course, is good. You can use a jam that doesn't have any sugar in it. There's lots of those out there. Fruit spreads, you can find them anywhere. And, you can make one really easily if you just take some Nutella butter and some honey and some fresh fruit or even frozen fruit, like frozen berries, and make a blueberry syrup out of it. Just cook it down for a little bit on your stove. Cover.
Yum!
Slowly.
Yeah. Oh, delicious.
So good.
All right. Well, let us know how you love these dairy-free, gluten-free pancakes. The Fit to Love podcast show offers you 6 days a week of helpful content to achieve the happy life you deserve. Movement Mondays and Tasty Tuesdays are weekly video casts, while Wellness Wednesdays, Thoughtful Thursdays, Freedom Fridays, and Sexy Saturdays are audio-only shows themed every week to address your holistic life and needs. If the show inspired you, we would love for you to share it and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Head on over to fittolove.tv for recaps of every show, resources, and to join the community. That's FIT, the number 2, LOVE.tv. Have a fit and fabulous day.